It's real life.
Yeah.
Huh? It ain't on no more?
No.
I love.
Okay.
Hasn't General Hospital been on for like?
150 years.
100 years, yes.
It's crazy.
It was on when I was in college. That
That
was
is
a long time ago.
crazy.
Yes, yeah.
Man.
People love their soap operas too.
Man.
You know, I don't know.
I'm finna Google what time this. That's crazy. It's still on.
Lord, all right. Well, I will say this about soap operas. I'm gonna leave it alone after this, lady. A lot of actors got their start in soap operas. You know, and I don't even want to go through the list of people who did. I do remember seeing that
Denzel.
he didn't get his start.
He did not do soap opera.
But Shamar did. Shamar Moore did. I remember that. I remember him talking about his career. But all right, enough soap opera stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
63 seasons.
I remember seeing him on The Young and Restless.
Young and Restless. Yes, he was on Young and Restless. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. Once again, good evening, everybody. We're back with Alive and Free information, a little entertainment tonight thrown in at the same time. And got another good one for you. Going to ask you some questions tonight. Going to need your help with some things that I'll tell you that. I'll call you out and ask for your help when we get started. Good evening, Ann. Good evening, Lady E. Good evening, Michael. Everybody say hello. I don't know what kind of announcements you got. You want to shout out Happy Halloween? When is the actual trick or treat day?
Halloween is on Friday.
Friday. All right. So that's
Which
the day.
is also Ann's birthday.
It's true.
And your birthday Friday?
Yes,
We're gonna
it
say it in
is.
advance.
Thank you.
Happy pre-lated birthday to Miss Ann.
I started celebrating last night. I went to the Buena Vista Winery party. It was very fun.
You got drunk.
I had a good time.
You got what?
I did some dancing. There was bundt cakes, and the theme was Wizard of Oz. Everyone, it was awesome.
But he didn't say that. He said
Whenever you go to a wine festival, you know it happened. He said she was dancing.
There was all kinds of
Miss Ann was dancing.
You were. I love dancing.
Okay.
But yes, I celebrated. So thank you. And thank you for the birthday wishes, because Friday is really all about the kids and the trick or treating, and I'll be here in the city for that. So yeah.
Can I ask you one question?
No, Mike.
Do you feel guilty being like celebrating your birthday on Halloween? So that's why you just said it's for the kids.
Oh, well. No, my energy is different with it. It's just you bring the kids with you. Got to have fun with them. You make sure that they're having a good time. Because it's only 10 years for that kind of thing.
Right.
So, am I feeling guilty? No, I went out last night. It was great.
I love it.
So let's get this straight. And what's your costume, real quick?
I had a few. So last night I was Dorothy, and I was adorable, and I had
You have Halloween
red glittery shoes, and people wanted to take pictures with me. So thank you for making my night. But then on Friday, I'm gonna be Evelyn is Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. So I will be some Viking lady. I got a cape.
Oh wow.
I got the helmet with the horns, and yeah.
Oh, that's
that's
a good one.
Picture. That's good. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I need a picture of that.
Yeah. Lady E, who you gonna be? Are you gonna be you or?
I'm gonna be Lady E.
All right. Yeah.
I think you should try to be Lauryn Hill.
Because what makes you say that, Mike?
I just wanted to say something random.
Okay, well, you did.
I like your hair.
That's my line.
I'm sorry.
But you can have it.
Yeah.
What you gonna be?
I'm a black man caught up in the mix. Trying to get a shell out of 15 cents. Hey man, I don't really do the Halloween thing. I have fun. Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
So I have fun. If I was to be anything for Halloween, you know what I would be?
What would you be?
I would be Bernie Mac's character in Above the Rim.
Oh, okay. But
when he was talking about,
he
was a homeless guy. He was like, they couldn't turn us around. I forgot what he said, but I would be him. Malcolm know what I'm talking about.
That's funny. I remember
Bernie Mac in Above the Rim, classic.
Oh.
I remember the whole movie, but I don't remember him in the movie. I don't know why.
Great movie.
I just it was Parker.
I smoke weed, so sometimes I forget what I'm supposed to say. But yeah, he was talking about something. He was like, they can't shut us down or something like that. Somebody call in 877-955-1061. You know it. Bernie Mac sat on the butter rim.
All right, let me look. I can handle wash your back. I can't handle confessions about your drug life. Okay.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
So that's my grandson in back east, and that's who he gonna be. So right, that's he's.
Oh wow, he's a fireman.
He's a fireman, and my daughter is the firehouse.
That is some
Yeah. You can't
serious DIY work there. That is a great job.
That's a great picture.
Yeah. Yes.
Holly's about.
So you're gonna have the candy, ready at the house for everybody. That's.
You know what? I do that, but they always
Do that,
fill the
right?
bucket. I keep a bucket outside, and
Oh, you
every year, because I'm out, and then every
Yeah.
year they steal the bucket of candy.
Okay.
So
You know what's
this year-
crazy?
Go
What?
The
ahead.
neighborhoods. Big shout out to the Bay Area. It's a neighborhood in Martinez
Yeah.
that I was knocking in, and oh my God, it's serious. Brentwood, Oakley,
You mean the
San Jose, parts of Daly City.
You talking about decorations?
Yeah, San Francisco got a spot too. I just seen. Oh my God, it's like people go all out.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
not a game.
Yeah, some people just Halloween. That's I my big thing was just taking my kids trick or treat.
Yeah.
Right.
That was enough.
What neighborhood you used to go to?
Well, when I lived in Pittsburgh, I went to every house in Pittsburgh. When I was in Concord, I went to every house in Concord.
Got it.
And when I was in the city, that was a long time ago, and I don't know where we went. I
You
went.
went to Pacific Heights.
No. We lived over in St. Francis Wood for a minute.
Oh,
So
you went. Oh,
that was cool. And then
oh.
Daly City for a minute. So we was up there. I wasn't
You
in the
got
city
clammed
that
out.
long after he was born. I had to,
All right. You had to hurry about
the
it.
places it wouldn't take no kids. So I had to get out here and get me places.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know how San Francisco.
I don't know.
All right, so you bring it up the rear. Come on, holla. Who you gonna be Frederick Douglass for Thanksgiving? You put that on me, and then somebody tried to get me to do it. I said no, I ain't gonna be Frederick Douglass.
That's
Who you
funny.
gonna be? Man, you gotta unmute and say who you gonna be. Come on, hurry up.
Man, I'm not giving it away yet. I can't
Oh,
give
all
it
right.
away yet.
All right.
I think he's gonna be Marvin Gaye.
All right.
I could see him pulling a Cuddy. Cuddy one year. Remember Cuddy Mac?
Yeah.
He was more.
Hey,
he
you
was
know
big.
what? That is a wonderful idea.
I can see you doing it, man.
Thank you.
gotta get
Thank
the
you. That
beanie.
is a wonderful idea.
He could
could pull it off.
That man. He
Yeah.
into it. 'Cause
I have a question.
What's up,
What
lady?
is a Cuddy Mac?
Oh, Cuddy Mac used to be on the station. Y'all don't believe you don't remember him. Marquilis.
Okay.
That was his first name, but Cuddy Mac. Shout out to Cuddy Mac. He's a police officer now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where in the city?
Alive and free.
Yeah.
He's in Fremont.
Oh,
He's in
say,
Fremont.
Yeah. He keeping people alive and free.
Mike is ready tonight.
he on one. Okay.
He like when I'm on one.
Yeah, hell yeah. We like this version. All right, let's get to. We got some news. So you sent us some wonderful stories, and so I like. He sent them to me, and I really like him reading them. But all right. Who can answer this question?
Uh-oh.
An elite East Coast university is in secret. I guess that's what it means. Discussions to expand into Oakland, a satellite of an elite. You shouldn't have put the elite because they're gonna go to.
I didn't put it. Doc, that's the way it's written.
Yeah. Well, that's what people think. Can I put HBCU? Can I do that? So we
Yes.
have a chance to guess.
What, we can't be elite?
Yes, you can be elite.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's right, Malcolm.
We definitely elite. So who is the elite HBCU that is in stealthy conversations to expand into Oakland?
It's a
Can't be
question.
that stealthy if we talking about it.
That's why.
Is it Hampton?
No, it's the other H.
Try the other H.
HU.
University. HU. Yeah.
That's pretty
A
cool.
spokesman for Howard University It confirmed to the Chronicle that the school has been engaged with talks with Mayor Barbara Lee about expanding into the East Bay City, but stopped short of confirming concrete plans. All right, we have had preliminary discussions, but yeah, all right, so on and so forth. And he says, I have been leading discussions with Howard University and will continue to engage with them about exploring opportunities in Oakland, California.
That's tight.
She has ties to Howard. She recently received an honorary doctorate from Howard University in May. And of course, we know that former Vice President Kamala Harris, presidential candidate Kamala Harris, is an alum of Howard University. All right, that's a good story. Let's go to this.
Let's hope that happens.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh man, to bring the
think I would
HBCU energy to the Bay would be just a beautiful fit.
What'd you say?
Don't they have that at your school? USF has a
We have a
correlation with a HBCU.
yes, yes, we do. I mean, if you go there, you can take spend time during your years there at an HBCU.
But I thought it was a program that HBCU students are somewhere and they stay in San Francisco.
It would probably be an exchange when they do that.
Okay,
They're
gotcha.
doing an exchange program.
Okay, got you. My bad.
Yeah, okay. A not so nice story. Student handcuffed after Baltimore High School's AI security mistakes a bag of Doritos for a gun.
Oh man.
I don't like them
What
AI chat BPs. A Baltimore high school student says he was terrified after police officers approached him with guns drawn. When an artificial intelligence system falsely identified his bag of Doritos as a firearm.
Oh no.
Tari
That was crazy.
Allen, a student at Kentwood High School, was sitting with friends outside the school on October 20th when police suddenly arrived, responding to what they believed was a report of an armed individual. Hey, look, anytime police pull guns on you for whatever reason, it ain't cool. It ain't. I mean, I didn't have that. It ain't like what I do. Now, man, look, it's one thing they would come up, but to pull a gun on you, firearm. At first, I didn't know where they were going until they started walking toward me with guns. Talking about get out, get on the ground. Blah, blah, blah. Oh man,
That's shady.
the officers then handcuffed and searched him before realizing he was unarmed. They later showed him the image that triggered the AI system alert. I was just holding a bag of Doritos. It was in two hands and one finger was out. So they said it looked like they better do something about this technology,
They
right?
need
Because
to
if they're
do
gonna be,
something.
if they get hit, look, because sometimes people shoot first and ask questions
Yeah.
later based on the information they have gotten. In a letter sent to families, school officials acknowledge the stress caused by the event. You better go fix your AI security, okay?
Crazy.
All right. What else we got here? The Soul sent me this story on Andrew Young.
I just want to know, was it the bag of Doritos or was it the brother? Where did the mistake happen? Okay.
He said Doritos, so I don't.
Okay.
That's that's what they said. All right. Another story here on Andrew Young. They sent a video, and that was a great video of Andrew Young being on the Breakfast Club show.
Yeah, that was a good clip.
Information I didn't know, Lady E, I don't know if you saw that, about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X's relationship.
What happened?
Well, they there's a famous photo of them being photographed.
I love that
leaving the
that
White
quote
House.
that Malcolm said too,
Yeah.
or Marlon said
What?
when they asked it, like, "What's going on over here?" It was like, "Well, we just some two brothers just talking. We just when Protestants and Catholics get together, y'all don't make a big deal, but when we come together, and I love that interaction."
Well, Andrew filled in the public on they had actually met several times, unbeknownst to the public. They were in town. Martin walked in. Malcolm was there, and apparently, Lady E, there was an agreement between the two. Let's not do this publicly, right? Let's each stay in our lane and be. I guess I don't want to say, and I will say this in our own be a threat to the system in the way that we do it, right? Because Malcolm had his way, and Martin has his way, but they both acknowledged, that's how we're gonna do it. So that was, I thought was pretty cool. If you want to go see the clip of Andrew Young explaining explaining their rationale for doing that, although many times Malcolm would be there and in Birmingham or someplace in Selma, and Martin wasn't. But it was very interesting to know that they were thinking about each other the whole time, and not in a detrimental way. Because a lot of times they were painted as on opposite sides. Thank you for that, Malcolm. That was nice.
So I guess Doc, he's there's gonna be a new documentary with Andrew Young, and you know I thought about our own connection to the civil rights movement, Clarence Jones, because you know part of the reason they were doing this documentary is just the people who were alive at that time, that you know they're not gonna be here for too long. The folks who were actually there, you know, to tell that living history of what was happening at that time.
Andrew might be the last icon, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the last probably inner circle, although there are other folks around who was part of that inner circle. But the biggest name of them left is
Andrew Young.
Andrew Young.
What do you think they were talking about?
Malcolm and Martin?
Yes.
Don't maybe I can't speculate, bro.
That'd be pretty cool to be a
cool.
fly on the wall.
They actually made a play years ago, a fictitious play called The Meeting.
Great play. Saw it at Laney. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I read in that article was Malcolm let Martin know that he would support, that he was supporting him. Let me know if you need me, what you need, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And that's not the impression that was given. The impression was that they were going two different directions, but not that they had agreed. And then Malcolm said, yeah, I will be there for you.
Later on in Malcolm's, and this was a little after this, is a speech to young people, which you actually have a recording of. He was down south and he told the young people, says, I suggest, you know, what he's doing is right. What he's marching for is correct. And I suggest you give him what he wants.
Oh,
Or
wow.
else you have to deal with me. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he said
I
that.
always thought
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Martin worked because Malcolm was so, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
it kind of
That's
helped
what I mean.
each other
That's
out.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. And you don't deal with the nice brother, you have to
Right.
deal with.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they played off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why losing both of them was very,
Man.
very tough. Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Marshall,
Yes, sir.
just got to say rest in peace to legendary MC from Los Angeles, known as Peace from the group Freestyle Fellowship. Doc, you've heard me talk about, the Fellowship since the 90s, one of the biggest underground hip hop groups out of LA. Anyway, 1/4 of the group, Peace, passed away. I was getting text about it this afternoon, so just wanted to say rest in peace to that brother.
Yeah, you sent me some videos of them in
Hey, that's a deep group.
The opposite of gangster rap. I mean, these brothers was like, whew, Freestyle Fellowship, man. Talented as I don't know what. So
Yep.
yeah, thank you, sir, for bringing that up. Can I criticize somebody? I want to really just like blast Stephen A. Smith. What he said about Jasmine Crockett.
Oh my God.
I mean,
seriously, bro.
What did he do that for? I mean, now to his credit, he did apologize, but it was so dumb what he said. I mean, Stephen A., I know you ain't listening, but brother, look, think before you speak. I think all the old folks tell you that.
Super intelligent.
Really, I mean, but it's ego, man. It's ego. But why are you gonna blast her? Right? She the only one. I mean, she's standing up and he said, well, you need to be doing this, and you need to be doing that. And then again, there's the whole image of a brother blasting black women. I mean, anyway, he did apologize. It sounded sincere. I give him that. But man, he caught hell behind that, and
as he should.
And he should have.
As he should. Because once it's out there, an apology is what's the point? You put it out there.
And it
never should have left his lips.
No.
And that apology is pretty much just formality and meaningless.
I like
You
the way
know, I mean, you say I'm sorry because you got so many people after you.
I love the way.
People who are sorry don't do things that will put them in that kind of position to have to say sorry. Mm-mm.
Ooh, Mrs. Stella, I just
Damn.
saw your
Yeah,
your
yeah.
earrings.
Mic drop,
Look at
right?
those earrings.
Mic drop. Thank you, Lady E.
Did you see right here?
And so, Ann, what were you saying?
So, I just noticed your earrings. Did you pulled into the camera, YouTube Live and Stay Alive and Free.
I've got on my little Halloween, yes.
Right. You know how to do it.
I know. I love it. Oh.
Have to mention, and Mike, you can help me with this because I do not gamble on anything.
Mhm.
NBA head coach and multiple players among 30 plus people arrested in alleged gambling scheme connected to the mafia.
My
What?
question is they have to stop saying the mafia.
They do?
Because no, it's a RICO case. Everybody else they name every individual with the mafia. They only say the mafia. Who is give me a face and a name to the mafia?
I heard some about Gambino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let
that's
us
for
know.
Gambino family.
Okay, the
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
What is the individual? Who's that guy? Who played the role to do whatever that happened?
That's what they investigated.
We trying to figure it out. But
I
now
don't know.
Chauncey Billups got caught up.
Now look,
With that being said,
you gotta help me
caught
with
up.
this. Really. Yeah. There is no more, and I don't, I don't use highly regarded because I stay away from the word respected for a bunch of reasons. Highly regarded person in the NBA than Chauncey Billups. I mean, great player, Hall of Fame, solid guy for everything I know, wonderful coach. What? I mean, you
Must have been in
the
something.
thing is, I don't understand people that got a lot of money doing stuff like this.
So his thing was a card. He was playing.
He was
poker.
doing the poker,
And then
game,
Terry,
the rigged poker game. Yeah,
Scary Terry, Terry. No, they call him Scary Terry
Yeah.
in basketball.
Funny.
Yeah.
That's like a nickname for him.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
He got caught up for. I don't understand that.
point shaving,
Point shaving.
giving information to, but why?
You have so much access to me. The access. You already getting money.
You
have literal access to millions of dollars, multiple people on the team, coaches, owners, to get money. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would just.
I mean, you're only good. Look, what I said this yesterday to a group. You're only good as your name. Your good name means everything. Your good name. They took the boy to jail. It's Chauncey. I don't even know if he got bailed out yet.
Chauncey's out.
He's out.
He got out.
Yeah. Well, he should be, right?
got
You
out
got
this
money to make bail. You coaching the Blazers one day and you in jail the next day. And I just don't. I don't get it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want.
Yeah,
I don't want to be the type of
I'm
person
gonna
that be
gamble.
like to complain, but Shohei Ohtani did some stuff and they just swept that kind of under the rug.
Well, that wasn't him. That was his
Quote
his-
unquote, but
his-
still.
What was his? What? Come on, Mike. Come on. Don't do this.
I know.
Look, don't point the finger.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But I don't gamble, so I don't get it. I mean, I don't. Look, I worked hard for my
I
money.
think-
I don't gamble on nothing.
I think people have their vices and it's
Well,
stuff
yes.
that people deal with, and some people it's gambling, and it's
Oh, yeah.
crazy to
What's
think.
addictive is I don't know what.
It's like somebody that's that may have a drug problem. It's like, bro,
Yes.
you're a great. Like, what are you doing? Like, how can you do this? But they have a problem.
Yes.
And I don't.
You-
The
you
part
gotta-
I don't get is it's
Yeah.
like you have millions of dollars
Right.
and you still trying to come up on like a couple $100,000. It's
It must be.
Hey, you might have millions of dollars of debt. You never know.
Must be the
The
thrill of
more money you got, the more you can gamble with. So
All right, I can cross that one off because that one was like,
And the more money people have, the more things they think they can just do and then get away with. I mean, because all it takes is money and we'll be out in no time.
But I mean, larger point to me is the league is in business with gambling. So what do they expect?
Okay. All right. That's it. That's it for now. I want to ask Mike, once a year I do this show, and it's an open line show. But once a year I begin to collect from the listening audience show topics that they'd like in the future.
Oh,
Show topics they're like in the future. I got my paper here. I got my pen. I can tell them what shows that we're planning. But you know, if you give us here, as Three Soldiers, something that you would like us to, you know, to talk about in the future, that would be great. I can add to the list. I can't promise that we'll do it. Some things we just, you know, don't have necessarily the capacity or to do, but we will take it seriously. I can say that next week our show will be on immigration and ICE. Definitely.
wow.
It's going to be. We have, in fact, Ann and I actually wanted to plan it for the night, but we couldn't get the guests that we require to do a thorough show on that. And ICE is here. ICE is here. ICE is in Alameda. Ann has been tracking it pretty seriously. I know they had some flare-ups over there, and do you remember
Somebody got
exactly
popped,
what
right?
happened? Yeah, somebody got. And do you remember exactly what happened? Because you were sending me stories that happened with the.
There's
yeah.
just so much.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like even today, I saw that they said that they were in Daly City on 87th Street. You know, there's you know, so they're all over. They're all over.
Yeah, but I know they had some stuff at the Alameda.
But yeah, they
Yeah.
started arriving at the Alameda Coast Guard Island.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, they were supposed to, I don't know, disperse, deploy, whatever, Friday. But people started protesting. People were like, no, we're not having it. So, but because of that, you know, sometimes they think there's people that are just kind of because like there's peaceful protesters, but they think there's people out there who are kind of trying to stir things up when they're not really on the side of the people. And so like one of the guys backed the U-Haul.
Heard about that.
To the whatever.
They think that's not a part of the real protest. They think that's like propaganda. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of that going on, but the people stood up for the rights of our community, and they said we're gonna not do the surge. But supposedly the president talked to Mayor Lurie and the CEO of NVIDIA and Mark Benioff, and you know all the billionaire business leaders, and because of that, you know, they were able to negotiate and not do some of this, but they're still here, and we still need to be
Yeah,
on guard.
apparently, Mr. Trump has backed off the federal deployment in San Francisco after Benioff and Mayor Lurie and other rich folks talked together, and of course, that means about nothing because
Well,
you
What
know,
are we
I
doing?
mean, right, okay, right. You know, I guess we all got to be billionaires to get it not to happen, right? Of course, but and so right now, as we speak, right now, but you know, and then
There's so many other pressing issues. It's like, what's going on? San Francisco's doing better. Oakland's doing better as far as violence. Why even like Trump is just
yes, you're absolutely right.
like what are you doing, bro? Like you have a shutdown right now, bro.
I know.
Like what are we
I know.
like why are you sending troops, federal anything when we have a shutdown
He's
like
even in the country, man. He's over there. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah, and
man.
you've been to the store lately? Okay, yeah, you know, I mean, all that's in the pot.
Yeah.
All that's in the pot. Let me ask that, and Mayor Barbara Lee has said that federal agents have canceled the operations for the Bay Area, and I think this came out Friday. So the urgency for us, I mean, and you know, we were running around like crazy. Can we get this person on, this person on? People will give good advice, where to call. I mean, solid.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, we'll have them on next week, and we want to give you everything that we can. You know,
understand how important it is.
Yeah.
And how we're all affected and impacted.
so folks, just let you know, we will be doing a show on ICE and immigration next week. We have some shows planned down the road as we move into end of this year and the beginning of next year. In fact, I did mention Mayor Lee. We're supposed to have her in, Mike, on November 9th.
Wow.
Yeah. yeah.
The mayor of Oakland?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a confirmation from her office. Yeah, it's funny. I got a confirmation. They gave me a date. Now, when they give you a date, that's, like, okay. And then they say,
you only could do one day.
then they'll say, I'll call you tomorrow. And I ain't heard from them since. I said, well, wait a minute, wait, but then they were busy with the whole, so I get that. But hopefully, fingers crossed,
Negotiating to get Howard.
he will be on, be in here in the studio, or should be on the Zoom. But anything you want to ask her, we're going to talk about.
Huge.
That's nice. I'm really looking forward to that. And
Yeah.
maybe we could get an extra. I don't say that. A little bit of time, because people can call and talk to her. That is huge. That is huge. Mayor Barber. So that show is in a couple of weeks. Got some other things planned. I can go over those. Our usual, our anniversary shows coming up.
877.
Or 877-955-1061. 877-9055. What
Almost.
would
One more time.
877
955
955
61. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Give us some ideas of what topics you would like us to
Yeah.
cover, talk about here on Street Soldiers. I wanna say thank you so much for last week's show on domestic violence. One of the best shows we've done on the subject, and what's good about that is built on previous shows.
Yeah.
And so that show was so good. Sometime during this hour, I'm gonna mention the things that we asked, the prevention strategies that we gathered from last week. But if we got a call, we'll take it right now. If you got a call, thank you for calling Street Soldiers. What topic would you like us to cover? You are on. Tell us what your name is and where you're calling from.
My name is Rich,
Yes,
right
sir.
here in the city.
Thank you. Go right ahead.
Immortal Technique. I want rapper, Immortal Technique. And you can talk about immigration all day long.
That's a good one.
Immortal.
Know about Immortal.
Yeah, I do too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to say something more about it and why we should? I know you know why, but just let the audience know why you think that's important to talk about.
Well, he's raw. He's raw, and he hasn't been he has not one of them superstars
Right.
because of what the topics he talks about.
Yeah. Okay, brother. Thank you, man. I got you. I got it down. Thank you so much for that. 877-955-1061. A topic you would like us to talk about in future Street Soldier shows, please call us and tell us what it is. We will do our best to take it seriously. I'm looking at some other things that we have planned down the road.
That's what's so important about what's so important about Street Soldiers Radio is that the topics are real, right? The topics that
yeah.
we talk about here really affect and impact our community, our people. And so I just really value it. And so I'm really curious to know what our audience wants to talk about. There's a lot.
I'm planning a show on in fact, folks, I mentioned this before, the documentary on Netflix on crack cocaine, conspiracy, corruption, and I can't figure the third title. I'm gonna have the producer of the show in touch with us, and we will talk about that. I don't know. I guess it's over now, Mike. Is it over? Is that finally over? The whole crack cocaine era? Is it pretty much done, or is it? I never thought it went. To tell you, I thought it would go on forever. It was that bad.
It's hard to kill a crackhead, so I think it's still going.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sorry to say that.
Not the way that it was.
They don't die. They die off fentanyl before they die off
Yeah. But I'm talking about the shoot 'em up, all that stuff that was going on.
I think that's over with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But this brother made Stanley Nelson, I think his name, made a fantastic in-depth look at the documentary from that whole thing. And this when Street Soldiers basically came on the air during the crack cocaine era. 877-955-1061. Give us a call. Tell us what topics you would like. I will also take things from our audience. Yeah. I mean from our panel, Lady E and Mike. And we're going to do one on Black Cowboys. We are going to do that. It's down. All right, you're on the air. Go right ahead. Thanks for giving us a call. What topic would you like us to cover? Say your name and what city you're from.
Mary, and I'm from San Diego, California.
San Diego, thank you.
Yeah, I get your radio station information from one of my coworkers, Stefan. So
Stefan, the street soldier in San Diego. Wow, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
He's a
yes.
great guy. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of hear some more stuff about mental health and wellness in the Black community.
That is a topic that we cover 2 or 3 times a year, mental health. We'll put that down. That's one we can't do enough. Thank you very much for that. Really. Thank you for calling from San Diego. All right.
Yeah.
I'm writing these down. You're on Street Soldiers. Tell us what your name is and where you're calling from. What topic would you like us to cover right here on Street Soldiers?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you. My name is Queen. I'm from Oakland, California.
You sound like a queen too. Go right ahead.
Thank you. I would love for you to cover, it's a couple of things that can be trendy and also be edutainment, entertainment that educates. But definitely, I am a part of a collective of people that are pretty popular and our community advocates, such as Will Russell, Mr. Fab, as we know, and people that come from Oakland and the Bay Area that are also doing philanthropy work. That includes finance fundamentals. That includes including hip hop and STEM. That includes art therapy, which is music therapy, and teaching kids about that, going back into construction and doing things like that. So just to incorporate some of the people that are popular across the board of ages and to include things that help and heal, I think that's the line that we are all on.
Can you give me a contact, because I got to find you, right? Or
You're gonna text her.
Yeah.
gonna text you. Okay, we're gonna text. We're gonna text.
Text you.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna tell. I like all of that. That's good. Because actually,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do a segment. Let me tell you, one of our favorite segments here is good people doing good things. And anytime
Yeah.
I find good people doing good things, that goes up high on my list. So thank you so much for that. We'll be in touch. All right.
You know, I
Much for everything that you do. I've been listening to y'all for 20 plus years on 106 KMEL. Shout out to them for keeping the real ones on that can educate and spread knowledge. That's also prayer and is filling all of us leaders, and keep doing what y'all do.
Yeah, girl. You
okay. Well, I have a question before she pops up
Yeah.
because I'm sorry, I heard a term that I haven't heard before, but that doesn't mean it's just means I just haven't heard it. Edutainment.
Yes, edutainment. That-
Edu. It's called edutainment. Okay.
Edutainment. It is education and teaching, healing, pouring into our people with entertainment or trending topics or things that will grab them and they'll engage in while giving them the healing. Like they say, and feeding them the healing with the sugar and taking the poison away. Edutainment, not entertainment, but edutainment.
Yes. Yeah, I
Okay.
love that. I've heard that before. And
Okay.
thank you so much.
I like that term. Thank you. Thank you
And-
for that.
Yes. Thank y'all so much.
You got it. And we have had Mr. Fab on the show. It was great. All right, you're on Street Soldiers. Where you calling from? What's your name? What would you like us to talk about? Give me a topic for a future show. You there?
Hello, is it my? Yes, it's my turn. Thank you. Hello, my name is Adrian Scott. You can call me Age Scott. I am a cartoonist and artist in the Bay Area, and I go through schools and I teach kids visual art and how to write and draw their own comic books. And I'm a comic book creator.
That's right.
Cool.
Thank you.
That's right.
And I'm a comic book creator, and I go to the comic book conventions and our books in comic book stores in the Bay Area. But I really want to encourage kids to be creative
Yes.
and not not depend on computer art, but pens and paper, and really get their thoughts off into creating.
Let me ask you something, man. I gotta ask you. Oh, you
Yes, please.
afraid? Because everything is AA now and computer AI now. Do you think we gonna lose that the hand touching paper, or touching canvas? Are you concerned about that? That would be horrible to me.
Well, okay. So honestly, am I concerned? No, because like my name, Age Scott, AGESCOTT. if you were to check my catalog on the internet, like you could Google my work.
Mhm.
I have books, and like I'm a OG in this game.
Yeah.
But for the kids, we know that kids don't even write cursive anymore.
I know. You're right.
So
Right.
with that being a fact, we know that some kids will lose, some people will lose that creative edge.
Yeah. Yeah. I love seeing people just sketching, sitting down, even in the classroom when they're supposed to be paying attention to me. But at least,
Yes,
you
yes.
know, they putting pen to paper and drawing. Then they'll say, look, Dr. Marshall, as I did. Well, can you do that after class? But just to see that grade, ooh, man, that scares me. Ooh.
That is
And you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm sorry. Honestly, even me and my guys, we're working on our upcoming comic book today. Like we just did like 2.5 hours at a Starbucks just drawing, and we try to make that a regular thing. So Wednesdays and Sundays, we draw to get the book done. But yeah, it's a certain focus that it takes, and I try to encourage that focus in kids and people.
Thank you so
Like we
much.
should sit down and draw.
We're going to be in touch. We're going to touch.
I have a question.
Well, lady,
You got a question.
Lady,
I
wants
have a question.
you.
And
Yeah.
and it's just gonna sound interesting. And I think that I have an answer, but I would love to hear your response to this. Share with us the benefit for young people to tap into and use their creativity.
Okay, so
Mm.
when you tap into your creativity, first and foremost, you're putting your phone to the side.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus, you
Bam, that's all you need
Bam.
to say.
Who's that?
Oh,
Okay, but is there anything more? That's true. Absolutely.
He wasn't done. He wasn't done. He was just getting started. Go ahead.
I know.
Yeah, and then so I'll give you some scenarios of artists that you know of that created their comic book idea, and it just flourished into properties like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was two dudes in a garage
Wow.
who just hung out and just drew over
That's
beer
right.
and pizza. Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy, is from Berkeley. Maury Turner, Repows, the great legend.
The great Maury.
Man, like
Yeah.
Charles Schultz is
Yeah.
from Napa.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
and like for those that don't know me and my work, once again, I'm Age Scott. I got a comic book called Want and Feel the Hip Hop Heroes, and a book called Superhood. Please Google my work. And
Thank you for all
Googling you
Well,
right
thank you for the
now.
call.
Yeah, we just
Make-
Googled you.
Yeah, we got a couple.
I just saw it. And
Yo.
one of the things
and
that
one more thing, real quick.
yes, baby.
There is
go ahead.
one made an album called Edutainment.
Yes, he did.
Ah.
ARS1. He sure did. Yes, he did.
That's right. He did.
He
Yeah.
did. He
yeah.
did. He did.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
What is-
Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
We will be in touch. Isn't that
Black
wonderful?
comics
Please,
matter.
thank you guys. Yo,
You got
and
it.
thank you, K-Mill, for being so dope over the years forever. One love.
All right. All right.
So
Oh
dope.
my God.
That's a compliment.
Oh, let's get
So
some.
when I Googled that, I saw the pictures, I saw a cover of one of his books, but what I also saw was writing, language, order, sequencing,
Right.
the collaboration, the organization, the planning, the process, all of the skills that come into play as a result of what those comics, because the comic book is telling a story. And you got to have a theme and a plot, and you have all of that is so beneficial. And so I was just like, okay, when kids tap into their creativity, I can see what it can do. But for him to be able to share that, and
Man, I grew up.
it's a huge benefit.
Comic book was,
Really, man, I grew up on comic books like real young.
you was what? Batman, Superman, Iron Man.
Dell and then Marvel.
What, Dale the Funky Homo sapien?
That'd be a fun
Dell.
call, man.
That would be a
man.
hey, that Hieroglyphics comic book would be cool. Thank you.
Dell is stupid, and then Marvel is Yeah, marvelous. Yeah.
Got you.
But
Nah.
then they'll go into the gorillas, and the gorillas
Yep.
are cartoon
Yep,
characters. So
exactly.
technically,
Oh, man, I know dudes wouldn't read nothing but comic
it
books.
is a
you know?
comic
They
book.
wouldn't read. They would read a comic
They
book.
would learn how to read through comic books.
We can take a couple more before we move
we
into
take
the
like 2
second
minutes.
hour.
Now that you say that, real quick, the kids at school are getting in trouble. Not in trouble. The teacher is asking them to switch up their reading a little bit because these graphic books are so popular now. So Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Man, and then those are just second grade, and then they go up. But that's like the new way of reading and writing books. So
Really?
age is on to something. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when they read the words
Mhm.
and they create after they've read it, and then they do the illustration.
Woo! I love it. Oh, that's fun.
We got one.
It's bigger. That was big. That was
I mean, we got one for one, but no one.
big.
If you can get in, we'll take it. These are all wonderful. We got connections. We got them written down. 877-955-1061. You want to call and give us a topic for a future show that we would do
Got about 1 minute.
on the street soldiers. We got a minute. I can tell you a couple that we are going to do.
I think we gotta.
We gotta go.
No, she.
Okay.
It's 1 minute. Go ahead.
We got.
Well, I can take that minute.
There you go.
Take that minute, lady. Take that minute.
I can take that minute. You know, there was a time when we talked about the crack period where kids didn't even think about dreaming.
Right.
This cartoons, comic books gives young people an opportunity to dream, to think, to imagine, to have a vision. Now with AI, it's stripped all of that. It takes away that part of them that they were born with and makes it technological instead of that humanistic part. So that is such a benefit.
Well said.
It's worth looking into.
Got one more? Okay, well,
Last call.
Get the last call. Go right ahead. Tell your name, where you calling from, and
Got about 30 seconds.
second. Go.
Hey, my name is Overton Nash.
Yeah.
I'm from Oakland, California.
Yes, sir.
And I think one of the most pressing topics for our community is repairing our family structures.
Oh.
Woo!
And how
Yeah.
all of our family issues,
Yeah.
every community issue that we're having is all centered around our family structures.
Yes, it is.
And if we can fix our family structures, we don't need to look to the outside for anybody, any agency or anybody to fix anything for us.
Yeah, if we fix our family structures, then the village will be healthy again. And all of us in the village will be, because it takes a village to raise the child.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Got one.
Last one.
All right.
Now with
You get-
it's stripped all of that.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello,
right
Craig.
ahead.
Can you
Yeah.
go ahead and
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
go ahead, Greg.
yeah.
You're
You're gonna be the last call.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Greg, did you?
The last one?
Greg?
Yes, me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What's your topic?
Okay. Yeah, my topic, I had two of them. One was the post Prop 50, when the election, when all that's been done,
Yeah,
when all that's been done, a show about that. And
yeah.
also, there's cutbacks that have been made to education and finally, and students in California have been hit the hardest. Minority students are going to suffer majorly because of cutbacks made to the Department of Education that fund minority style colleges. That's
Got it.
the two that I have.
Got it. Got it. Thanks for listening, man. You're here every week. All right, moving and tell them what we're doing in the second hour. Yes.
all right. We got to cut. So I'm going to tell you to go ahead and head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. And you can always take us on the go when you visit stayaliveandfree.org.
Love all your ideas. Thank you so much.
Can't hear Dr. Marshall.
Hour number two,
Okay.
live and free Street Soldiers Radio. Great first hour. Want to say thank you for all those that called in and gave us suggestions about topics that they would like to talk about in future Street Soldier shows. We will do our best to see what we can do about these. All right, joining us now in the second hour is we're talking about a favorite on the show. Mr. Ashanti Branch. He's been here several times. He does the Lord's work, the ancestors' work, the people's work. Great work, period. And especially with young men in particular. And he's got a big event coming up. And we want to give it some love, see how it's going, get the word out, the whole bit. A massive undertaking. And I'm going to ask him, of course, man, what in the world made you think to do this? But I already know why. So, Ashanti, thanks for joining us tonight via Zoom. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here with you.
Yeah, man. Well, how you been? Let me ask first. You're supposed to say how you doing, how you been, how you feeling. You know, you got a heavy lift going. So how's your spirit?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So I think I have to be careful always when I answer the question, like how much time I got, and then how real can I get, and then
you got go.
Well, I think
Those are all
but I'm
valid.
saying the process of my brain goes into that.
Right.
I think
Those are all
I
valid.
thought of a new shirt that I want to create. It's gonna say, "How you doing is not a greeting," because oftentimes when on a normal day when people are saying how you doing, they're using it as a greeting, but actually it's a question, it's an inquiry. And so when you asked it, I know you meant it, and I'm just saying I have to process in my mind all those things, right? So right now in this moment, I'm really glad to be with you all. I'm good to see your faces and good to be here with you all. So that's the right now in the present moment. If I take a layer back, today was a big day. We had a presentation at a school in Branson, a little tired, but it's a partner event. And I think tired is relative to like, there's a lot going on, but it's exciting, right? Because I think if I thought 10 years ago, I was asking to be busy for this cause, right? I was asking to have a calendar that was full. And sometimes I think, oh, I asked for this. I asked for this. And it looks a different way than maybe I thought it was going to look when you get busy and the things are happening. So this conference, the Young Men's Conference, we're super excited about. It's our second year. You think you put on an event for young people, they're just going to show up. That's what we would hope. That's what I would hope. Like we put on an event for young people. It's no cost to them. It's free food, prizes. We got some excitement there for them. And I've realized that now more than ever, getting young people to show up to things is not just creating it. Like you have to go to them. And I think that this is a new world. We're competing with these devices, right? We're competing with these, right? And I have to compete for their attention. I'm fighting and I have to battle for their attention. There's a book this entrepreneur wrote called Day Trading Attention. And it's like, these day traders that trade for stocks, right? They go out and they trade all day for stocks. It's kind of what we have to do for teenagers. We have to figure out how do we day trade for their attention, because I don't have $1 billion. I ain't got no fancy algorithms. I'm not gonna be showing the stuff that some of these things will show, but I think I still want their attention so that we can possibly help them with the next chapter. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What is your vision? What's in the way? What are the barriers that get in the way? So the Young Men's Conference is coming. We have space for 200, but we have, as of yesterday, as of Friday, we had 150 young men registered. That's a great sign. Now we know how many register, how many show up is a different thing, right? So we're hoping for boost that up to at least 200 between now and 2 Fridays from now. But we have space for 200. We got mentors and volunteers. We still need more volunteers and mentors. But we have a lot of activities. We have the fun activities, fun and engaging and educational. And then we have the adventure. So there's going to be, should I go into the details or you want me to say something else?
And it is my I should have done this. We always get new people, always get new listeners, new listeners, people watching. So I should have asked you once again to talk about, the EverQuote, the work that you do, what your interest is, because this is the latest step in everything, the latest iteration of that, if I can use that phrase. And you keep climbing the mountain and reaching more. But just to tell people, the work that you're engaged in and why you do it.
And before he starts, I just need to say this to you. And it doesn't matter if the world is listening. Ashanti, drop your shoulders. Breathe. Because you haven't been. You're working and you're holding your breath. Continue to reach up and reach in and trust. The work you're doing isn't your work. You are a vessel doing the work that you've been called to do. And you have been given everything you need to do it. Trust, believe, breathe. Take some time and walk. And when you walk, throw your hands up in the air and look up at the sun. Breathing in and come back with faith and belief and gratitude for where you are. Breathe again for me. Come on. Okay, now go ahead.
Thank you.
I can't do that, so it's just got to be done by her.
But see, I can feel it. I can just feel it. And you've just got to.
Lady Still, thank you for that. Dr. Marshall's one of my mentors. I call him from time to time when I'm dealing with some of this corporate mumbo jumbo and I'm getting frustrated. And, I think I'm inspired by the work you all do. Like if I slow down too much, like I'm gonna get emotional, right? So I think the part of it is I go really the fast is like I gotta get through all this stuff because I know that deep down, like I feel the pressure. I feel the worry, the stress. There was one call I was on with a guy, older gentleman. He was older than me, so senior to me. He was doing some coaching work, but I didn't know he was doing coaching. But he asked me the first question on the call. He said, "How heavy is that crown on your head?" And I was like, "What?" I'm in Starbucks and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "How heavy is that crown on your head?" And I'm like, maybe I misunderstood what this call is about. What are you talking about? He said, "Why is that question so hard for you to answer?" I said, I don't know why you're asking me. He's like, "What would you have to believe for me to be able to answer that question clearly?" Like I said, you have to believe that I'm wearing a crown. And he's like, "Why don't you feel like you're wearing a crown?" And I think that sometimes what I want to create, what I believe that I was here to create, seems so far away. Like, because my dreams are so big. And sometimes in the day-to-day of the hard work, it feels like I can't stop. So when you say stop and breathe, and I'm just like, I don't have time to stop and breathe, although I know I do. Intellectually, I know I do. But in the moment, in the trying to raise money for this thing, trying to recruit volunteers and help, it sometimes feels like I don't have the privilege to slow down. Although intellectually, I probably know I need to. And so that's what happens in the moment, right? So thank you for the invitation to slow down in the moment. I think there's a journey in this work, right? Like this wasn't work I planned. Lord knows, Ashanti wanted to be rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way I want to start no nonprofit. Like, those two words don't even sound good together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no idea how it came that he channeled that through this person who grew up poor in Oakland, who said, if I go to college and become an engineer, I can be rich. That was a plan that Ashanti had for himself, but the plans of a higher being than myself was different. It was like, no, this is what you're gonna do. I was kind of like, I was listening to a talk the other day by Darius Daniels, and he was like talking about the Peter, Peter and the boats, right? And I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. So let me just say that. But I'll just say he talked about Peter and the boats and like this idea that they've been all night out there fishing. They caught
I
nothing.
know the story, baby. I know the story.
It's that moment of just like, no, I want you to go back out in the water. He's like, I ain't got no more to give. I'm tired.
He said, I've been up all night.
I ain't got no more. There ain't no fish
There's
out
nothing.
there.
What? Go ahead.
No, you're right. There ain't no fish out there. I've already been out there the whole night. I've been calling the people asking for help. I've been calling other nonprofits asking for help. And I think that sometimes I just feel like, ah, but I also believe that, you know what? Sometimes I just need somebody with wisdom to say, Ashanti, you're doing okay. Just slow down. You got this. All you can do is all you can do. I can't make this thing happen. I can only channel the energy that I can try and bring people to it.
And when he said, go back out there again, Peter said, look. He said, all right, well, if you say so. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't nothing out there, but because you said so, I'll try it one more time. Baby, what happened?
There was more than enough.
You got to know the word and trust the word. Heaven and earth will pass away, but his word will never fail.
Thank you. Thank
Anyway,
you.
so back to Dr. Marston's question. Tell everybody what your program is all about and what you do and how long you've been doing it.
So Ever Forward Club started in 2004. I was a first year teacher at San Lorenzo High School. I was trying to just figure out how to become a good teacher. I was doing a horrible job. I felt I had these smart young men in my class who were failing algebra. I was an algebra teacher. And I'm like, look, you don't have to like algebra. You don't have to like me. Just do the work so you can graduate. Like, this is not about you or me. This is about, do you want to graduate? Like, your 14-year-old immature freshman self is going to sabotage your 18-year-old self. And you're going to try and blame me because I'm your algebra teacher right now. But I'm not going to be the one taking the blame for you failing this class because I'm here early. I stay late. I'm always in my room. You can come and get food in here. Like, there's no reason for you not to pass because you're brilliant. And what I realized is that in a classroom, most of these young men couldn't accept hearing that. They definitely didn't want to buy into that. And because they had a rule at that school that smart wasn't cool, you definitely can't become no friends with Mr. Branch. So I'm like, well, look, then come after school and get this homework done so you don't have to carry these backpack home if that's what your thing. You're too cool to carry a backpack. And I realized that what I needed to do for these young men was different than what I could do as a teacher. Because my job is to teach 25, 30 kids at a time. Like the individual attention some of them needed was just a little bit of refining and a little bit of support and a little bit of listening. And that's how the Ever Forward Club started, 2004. We were featured in a documentary. That's how I met Doc. Well, I knew Doc from afar because one of my buddies who we competed a lot after we graduated high school for a lot of grants, Christopher Harrison, who's now Dr. Christopher Harrison. He was a part of the program. And I was like, I want to be a part of that program. How do I get a part of that program? But I was already a senior by the time I learned about it. So I had already knew of Dr. Marshall. I had already been listening to Sweet Soldiers every Sunday night, getting ready. It was a journey. And so then I met him in person when we had a screening here in the Bay Area of the documentary The Mask You Live In. And The Mask You Live In is about American masculinity and how this hyper masculine narrative being a man is really hurting our boys. And this is 10 years ago when the documentary came out, 2015. And what we're seeing today, the words we hear in our world, the common words we hear about the manosphere, about what young men are struggling with, about all of this, the Tates and the people that influences online, getting young people to sign up for these programs, all of the language that is dragging definitely young men into these really dangerous worlds. And 10 years ago, people weren't really talking about it. So when the documentary came out, it was like, oh, and then people were upset because the director was a woman, and I was like to people when I would go to screenings, I'm like, well, where's all the men making the film? Like, if you upset about that, then where are all the men who could have made this film before? Because they intimately know the issues that we're talking about.
I
But
mean, I gotta say this. Some people say the stupidest thing. Don't
Yeah.
care who made. I don't care if a Martian made the film. The content was right.
That's
I
right.
mean, don't get it. Look, people. Sometimes people. Lord, just be quiet. Just before you go on, that film was landmark. That film, we still we show that film every year to the kids. We do Women's History Month, and then we show that film, and they're like mesmerized by every single thing in the film, and everybody knows, yeah, that's true, that's true, that's true, that's true. They know it's true. I like to say is that you better listen because for 90 minutes, men are gonna take the mask off. And then when it's over, they're gonna put them back on. So that's how in place these masks are.
That's right.
But and lady knows there are there's a lot of great stuff in that scene, as much in that film, as much as anything. And I've told you this before. You and those young men at Fremont resonate so heavily with all the young people in the room. So I think that we were blessed. I think we were guided to that, to that screening. I mean, to that to make that film. I think there are a lot of people that Governor Newsom's wife should have called. Jennifer Cybele Newsom could have called to make that film, and she did it because she got kids, she got sons. That's the reason she did it, right? But we got chosen for a reason, and our fingerprints are indelible on, especially yours and those young men are indelible on that. So, yeah, there's a purpose for all of that, and it's still working. The film's still working. I mean, look, Lord. So yes, that was the beginning of our meeting, and it's a chapter in the work. That day. Yeah.
Okay, so back to the story.
So documentary. So Dr. Charles and I got to meet when we had a screening in San Francisco. We really began to talk about more about how do we collaborate? And that's when I got invited to the show the first time, about 8, 9, 10 years ago. And since then, the work has been continuing to grow. We as an organization, a couple of things we were learning as a nonprofit here in the Bay Area. There's a lot of resources here. I don't believe there's a scarcity here in the Bay Area. I think there's abundance available. The key is finding and tapping into the right pockets and the right spaces. And so, when you're a nonprofit, you have to go hunting for funds. Like, it's not like they're just like popping up at the door. Like, you got to be out hunting. And sometimes when you're hunting, you got to go out day, night, evening, weekends, holidays. You got to be out. And so one of the things that we had always tried to do as our fundraisers was trying to have a fundraisers where it was including young people. So we had a 24-hour relay, students walking and running for 24 hours. That was our big event of each year. And I don't know why we had never put on a Young Men's Conference. And so this past year, the idea, I mean, you can imagine all the seeds that have happened over the last 20 years have been planted. But this past year, we put on the first Young Men's Conference. And it was some young people that were like, we should do an event for young men around the Bay Area. And we said, okay, let's do it. Let's put it together. And we started planning it. The young men kind of came up with some of the ideas. We put the event on. We had about 100 students registered. About 56 of them showed up. And that was last year's. And as we started thinking about this year's conference, the expansion of it was, I don't believe that my job is to go every ends of the earth. And I love to travel. So I would love to go. But how do we inspire and encourage and educate folks to do this work in their own community? Like, how about we? So what we did is with the Global Young Men's Conference, this year's conference, we asked partners from around the world to come together. We have 37 partners from around the world who are hosting events for young men in their community sometime in the month of November. So some of them are doing it on the same day we're doing it, the 8th. Some are doing it the week before, some the week after. And I just went to one event that was today in Marin County. And last week, there was a group in South Africa doing their event. So 37 partners around the world are hosting events for young men in their community. And our hope is that, that next year we'll have a couple of hundred partners doing work in their own community. Because what I don't want is a young man to go without because I can't get there or because we haven't yet met somebody in their town, because their mom haven't found them a resource, that we can find partners who say, whether they're a coach, whether they're in the clergy, whether they're a mentor, a teacher who says, I'm going to do something here in my community. And all you need to do is have the desire. So we provide the curriculum and we ask them, keep it simple, some fun, some food, and some time for some fellowship. And that fellowship is brotherhood, community, and talk about these masks. So we ask people to keep it as basic and simple as possible so that they don't overdo it. You don't have to go plan a conference. That's what we've asked people. Don't go plan a conference. Bring your nephew, his friend, and the cousin down the street, bring them together, have some fun, some food, and some conversation about these masks. And that means that on that day, that month, that week, so many more young people will be reached than we could ever reach on our own. And that's what it took 20 years to learn this. I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier, but I guess it comes when it downloads to you when it's supposed to download to you.
All things in time. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. I love the formula. Say again, fun,
food, and some fellowship, some conversation. Yeah, brotherhood, fellowship. Some people, when we started, we were going to do that FFF in the flyers, and people were like, fellowship, that sounds like church. And since we're in a lot of schools, we say, okay, we'll do brotherhood. And they're like, well, brotherhood, that sounds like, so no matter what word we use, we just like give some time to talk about those masks. That's the conversation piece. Yeah.
And you do this all the time. And the Million Mask Movement and Join the Mask. Yeah. Those initial conversations, or just the conversations about the mask.
Yeah.
I want to ask what's the initial reaction, but I want to, because the mask is there. It's firm, right? It's the way we grow up, as males, right?
Right.
And so just introducing something. I mean, what's that like? Just having those first conversations.
Let's see if I have one in my pocket. I did a workshop today, and I think I found one. So this was at a male teen conference. When we ask people about the mask is a 3-step process. It's a card. This is the postcard. I don't know if you can see, but this is a postcard, and there's 3 steps. The first step is to draw a mask. That's the front of the mask. And then you write 3 words that are qualities that you gladly let the world see.
Yeah.
And the back of the mask are 3 qualities or characteristics of things you don't usually let people see. And so this one says outlook, happy, and thinker. This is what they gladly let the world see. And then the back of the mask are things that they don't talk about, they don't let people see. And it says, can you read it? Scared,
nervous and shy.
Yeah. Nervous and shy. And so what we invite people to recognize is that they're not alone first, and that there's probably other people around them who are also wearing similar masks, I'm happy and I'm a thinker, but I don't talk about the fact that I'm scared, that I'm nervous, that I'm shy. So I'm constantly having to be who I think people need me to be. And I'm never getting time to deal with what I need to deal with, Like Lady Estelle, you told me to slow down. Like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm a nonprofit leader. I got a big event coming up. I got things to do. I got no time to rest. And the idea of like slowing down was like, no, I don't have time to slow down. I'm trying to slow down. And so the idea that behind the mask is right there. It's right there. It didn't take long. It took 5 seconds for me to, here's what's going on. And so I think that because I know it's real for me, my invitation to people is to say, do you have a place you can take off that mask? And what we know and we learn is that most people don't. Many people don't. They don't have a place they trust it. Who could handle it? Who could hear it? Who could take care of it well? And so we invite people to recognize anonymously. I don't know who this card belongs to. Some young man made this card today. They didn't even fill out the stuff up on the bottom, so we don't really know. But it's all good. it's another reminder that there's so much more going on than anybody can see by just looking at you. And everyone can make a mask. You can go to millionmask.org. You can make a mask. It's anonymous. We have a goal of reaching 1 million people. I mean, that also makes makes me not breathe, right? It's like, how are we gonna make 1 million masks? But I'm clear that my journey of this has been a process, right? We reached 87,000 masks last month. So if you think about numbers in general, that's a big number. But because I'm a math teacher and I know how far 1 million is, it feels like nothing. And so I have to be careful that I don't disrespect the 87,000 people who have participated in this journey with us, because I'm trying to get to the goal. And I've learned that, okay, now it's time to just start telling some of the stories. And I think it's going to come when it comes. I can't make it happen faster than it's going to come. So my job right now is to take what we've learned from 87,000 people around the world, more than 100 countries that participated,
That's
and
great.
start sharing some of the stories.
That's
And I think
amazing.
it takes a little load off to, like, okay, when we get to 1 million, we'll get there. But right now, my job is to help share what we're learning from these people from around the world.
It's amazing.
And
This is a
just
lot.
say it, Shanti, it has a life of its own. There's a life around it you can't control. I mean, you may have 87,000 masks, but that don't mean there's only been 87,000 conversations.
Exactly. Exactly.
You see, that I know, right? Just because, I mean, look, Alive and Free is about, stopping the violence, right? But violence is the way of the world. So I know, I mean, it's like, here I come saying that, violence, and I know why it's the way of the world. I know it makes money. I know it's the way we solve our problems. There's a history, So any person I can get to think about not using violence when violence is, if he hits you, hit him back. I mean, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
And in that moment when they say, well, maybe I shouldn't, because I never thought about it like that. What you're introducing is, I never thought about it like that. When you say you've been wearing a mask, well, what mask I've been wearing? When they see one side of the card and one side of the other, that's so novel. It's like, the only when you get the wheels turned, the thought process.
Yeah.
Because that's just not the way around the world.
Yeah.
We're socialized, right?
Yeah.
And there's a huge pushback now in the opposite direction. I mean, this whole idea we got a men now is like you going, everything's going. I mean, you're going back. I mean, you're really trying to mess up men now. And we think we know why. We think we know why. Because so it just this it's almost like again, I don't want to throw crown in there, but it's almost like a prophet, almost like a prophet introducing, because you're trying to save somebody's life, right? You're trying to save you're trying to stop this misery of living inside this mask.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. Everybody says it ain't fun.
Yeah.
Even the most hyper bastard you got, I do this, and I'm gonna treat women this way. It ain't fun for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're living with this burden that they can't relieve. This is why, and they can't relieve. So it's beyond the service that you're doing for men in particular is God. It's the ancestors' work, God's work, the necessary work. And they got to, I know that they have to come to that realization themselves, but they can't come to that realization until these things are introduced. Because the rest of the world's saying the opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, really, yeah, they're saying complete opposite.
Yeah.
And knowing that you're out there is, and that's why I use the word prophet, because I mean, that's a nice word. I never used that name before, but I like that word. I like that word. You're throwing something out there that the world ain't even never thought about, really.
Number 8.
Around the world. I mean, you can go to Pakistan, you can go to England, you can go to Thailand, you can go to this, because it's as old as man as old as people on this earth. You know,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this this idea of masculinity that we have that hurts everybody and hurts us
Yeah.
because it's not the way. I mean, just go back to the whole boys don't cry thing. That's what it's stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, just I don't think there's a young man on the planet that doesn't learn that.
Mm.
Boys don't cry, right? It starts right there. Well, you've already shut off your human side, and you just a little,
Yeah.
and now you got to hold it, and then, but you're a human being.
That's right.
So they learn this so early.
Yeah.
And then it can get bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger, small, 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 smaller. And so just introducing these other terms, just freeing things that it's just so yeah, and like yourself say, you've been chosen, and it's not so much. I mean, I know for me, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. I get so much fun. Why you so happy? You all happy? It's fun. It's fun introducing somebody to something, that's gonna help them. It's fun. It's fun. I know the nonprofit side because and all of that, but take all the stuff she said. You can't let me tell you something. You can't lose with this. You can't lose. It is nice. Trump may lose all his money, but you can't lose. You can't lose with doing good. It's impossible. It is impossible to lose with doing good. Yeah. It's not even I know you put the numbers on it and we got our numbers, but no, man, the fact that you help somebody, that's ain't nothing better than that. And
That's what I said the other day. I was at a board event, and one of our board members who was up in Canada, he didn't come down for it, but he said something like this. He said, when he was doing his check-in, he said, the people who are doing good, who are trying to do good, who are trying to help people and want people to have health care and want people to have a healthy living and want people
that care about people.
care about people.
Yes.
He said, one of the challenges is that the people who are trying to do harm have no problem coming together around their differences. So this idea that the people who are trying to do good, we seem to like isolate people who don't agree with 100% of what we agree with. And the danger of that is that the people who are continuing to do bad, they're knowing that what they're doing in many ways is bad, but they're like, well, but I agree with them on this thing. And you're like, oh, but you're okay with ignoring the 18 other things that they're doing that's harmful? Yeah, but I agree with this thing. And you hear these people and you wonder, how can these people continue to support this absolute ridiculousness? And it's because it's that, like, the people who are trying to do good, we could easily just be like wiping people off and writing them off because, oh, that one thing, that one thing, that one thing, that one thing. I don't agree with them about what they think about birds and the bees. I don't agree with what they think about the whales and whatever these things. And then we don't have the strength because we're isolating ourselves from all of these opportunities to connect. And I've been really thinking about this a lot lately. And I think same thing with what we have seen with our young men in our communities, right? I think to be able to come together and say we are going to be supporting them to be their best selves, to be whole. And maybe you over there, you think that men should not talk about their feelings ever, but you do know that if they bottle it up and they explode, it's going to be dangerous. So we don't have to agree about all the pieces of how it happens, but we can agree that we know the danger of what happens when they isolate. When you said they're half human, I tell them, look, what do we do with people who are not fully human? What are they? In cartoons, what are they? They're monsters. And what do they do with monsters? They lock them in cages. So what do you think is happening with us when we operate in a world where we're not operating the way they're expecting us to act? I mean, I'm talking about the bare minimum, just not harming others. Then we just continue to lock in cages, and they will continue to build cages for us. They won't build hospitals, they won't build food pantries, but they'll build another cage for us. when we don't operate the way they want us to operate. And what I'm trying to help people in our community to say is, look, we gotta come together around what we can agree on, is that if we don't do something, that they're just gonna build another cage to continue locking them up. And we have opportunity right now to do the work. That's what we can do. And so that's what we're inviting people to do in our communities, is to say, you know what? I can't start an organization, but I can come and volunteer for 3 hours. I can't start a nonprofit. I don't want to, but I can come and help out. And I can give $35 or $5 or 35 cents. I can do something. And I think that's what we're trying to get people to do, is just say, what can you do? Do that. That's what Howard Thurman says, right? Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. That's what we're trying to do every day.
And you're doing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you're doing it. And you're doing it. Lady E just don't want you to go crazy doing it. Working on it. That's all. That's all. That's all. Trust in the work.
I do. I appreciated that.
I'm telling you, man, just trust in the work.
Yeah.
You know, in the Bible, it will say trust in the word. You know, trust in the work. You can't make it happen.
Yeah.
It's all you can do is introduce it to people and let it launch on them. And by the way, they know you're right anyway. They just ain't ready for the rest of it. They know you're right. They know you're right. They just ain't ready for the rest of it. That's one thing I found out. You know, I ain't ready, but I don't do it. I can find it. Yeah. This information hits you where you are.
Yeah.
I love that this once again, tell everybody about the
Young Men's Conference.
The Global Young Men's Conference.
So the Young Men's Conference is going to be November 8th. It's going to be in Claremont Middle School in Oakland, California, right across from the BART station, right across from the Rock Ridge BART station, so you don't even have to drive. We are going to have food, fun, some communication. We got some great speakers. We have Oakland's own Jay Walt, who's a local rapper. He's going to be speaking. We have Mario, who's a content creator who interviews people on the street, creates content. We have John Green. Those are the 3 keynotes. We have workshops that are going to be done by lots of local organizations and folks. There's some fun side. There's the education side. Young men get to pick 2 sections to go to in the afternoon. We're super excited. There's going to be some good food. There'll be a lot of prizes and a lot of fun. So we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for folks who can come out and say, you know what, I can donate 4 or 5 hours. I can come out for the half of the day. It starts at 9:30. Registration starts at 9:15 in the morning. The event starts at 10 sharp, on time. So we invite people to get there early, come and get some snacks in the morning. We'll have a good lunch and we'll have some fun. And so Oakland, California, November 8th. Get registered. We close early bird registration already closed, but there's opportunities if young men want to get there. Parents, you want to get your young men there, get them there. It's right by the BART station. If you're having a hard time with that, you can reach out to our team. We can see how we can support. If you need like a BART ticket, we have a plan for that yet, but like don't let anything be a reason that you don't get your young man to that conference, at least to come and potentially have a moment of a seed planting that will elevate the rest of their life. That's what we're asking.
And to see other young people in that setting.
That's right.
That is so cool for other young men to be around. And what do I say? I ain't gotta worry. You know, it's like being around. You ain't gotta worry about this. Is like, hey, man, it's cool here. You know, it's cool. Just providing that does so much for them, because we gotta, you know, as especially as young men, we got to worry about everything all the time. Just in a space where they don't have to worry.
That's right.
Wonderful. And you got to get some footage so we can maybe show a little bit on the street. I don't know. We have to ask.
Well, we'll provide you footage. We'll have some videographers there. We'll provide you the footage to share afterwards. Yeah.
Very excited.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lady Estelle, for the moment of catching my breath. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can take those moments walking to the car, walking back from the car to your place. You can just sip them in whenever you can. but make sure you get those moments in.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. See you all soon.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Mr. Marshall. Appreciate you so much, man.
You, brother.
Blessings on your program.
Bye, everybody.
Get your prayer warriors. Make sure you have a team of prayer warriors. You got do you have some prayer warriors?
I do.
Okay, good. I know they working. All right, good.
But I haven't asked them. I haven't asked them explicitly for help on this, and so I think you're right.
Get those prayer warriors, baby. I'm on the list.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I'm calling on my prayer warriors. Listen.
Thank you. Thank you. I need it. All right, man. Good night, everybody. See you. Be well.